Welcome to another Phuket property on Phuket News TV, and it's a great pleasure this week to come to, well, I suppose the quintessential Phuket property location, and that is Laguna. We all know about Laguna and there's always plenty to talk about, but there's something very exciting to have a talk about today, and that's a new development. We'll get to that soon, but let's first introduce our guest, Stuart Reading, the head of the property for the Laguna Group. Welcome to Phuket Property.
Thanks, Tim.
You've got a number of titles and some enormous responsibilities. And this is the, as I said, the main property area here in Phuket, and the one that everybody links with the Phuket brand. But you've got something very exciting to talk about, which is probably the largest residential development in Phuket, and it's being started soon.
Yeah, I mean, today we've officially launched our latest release, which is known as Laguna Park. When complete, it will be the largest residential gated community in Phuket. It'll be set over almost 240 rai, up to 2,000 units when complete.
Yeah.
The initial phase will comprise around about 500 units, so that's what we're launching today. That'll be a mixture of condominiums, 2 to 3 bedroom townhomes, 4 to 5 bedroom villas, situated adjacent to Laguna Phuket, overlooking the golf course, or
Fantastic.
adjacent to the golf course.
And we'll get to have a talk about those soon, but let's just back up a bit and have a talk about the Phuket property market, because as we know, it's always dynamic and there's always plenty happening. The market seems to be quite split at the moment. You've got a lot of these new, quite cheap condos that are selling very well to the Thai market. You've also got the upper end, which is doing very well too, for the rather exclusive market beach properties in that sort of 20, 30, 40 million baht area. Your properties are sort of marketed somewhere in the middle. Who's going to buy your properties?
Well, we actually have a broad range of property offerings. Residential property offerings, Laguna Village was our previous project, up to high-end exclusive banyan tree villas. But where we see an opportunity in the market at the moment, after the GFC, people are looking sort of value for money and something that's affordable. And earlier this year, we launched a hotel, will be a hotel branded managed development called Laguna Shores, and we've seen very good take-up of that. And this project, it's residential development, but we're trying to keep the prices affordable. There's an emerging Asian middle class that's happened in recent times. So we're seeing strong demand from Asian buyers, in addition to, I guess, continued demand from our traditional European buyers. So I think we're offering a much more broader range, and we're getting a much more diverse mix of people buying. So that's good for us because we're not reliant on any one particular market.
Sure. Some people, and I speak to all our guests about this, some people say, oh, Phuket's getting overdeveloped and it's all happening too fast. What's your feeling about the growth of Phuket in 2013?
Yeah, you hear a lot of commentary about Phuket being overdeveloped, but I guess if you go up in the air and have a look at Phuket from the air, it's probably far from that. Yes, there are sort of pockets where development is quite concentrated, as we know, near Patong and so forth. I guess one of our unique value propositions in Laguna Phuket, situated on Bang Tao Bay, being an integrated resort initially, we're set amongst lush tropical landscaping. We've got the Bang Tao Beach fronting us, and we've got extensive networks of lagoons, along with an 18-hole golf course, which is also under renovation. So we've got quite a unique environment, and so we don't see Laguna Phuket as being overdeveloped, because we still will maintain and retain lots of open spaces. I mean, we're a public company which has large tracts of land bank, and obviously, we've got a duty, I guess, to our shareholders to make a return on their investment.
Oh, of course. The truth is, when you drive along your Kasatri roads or even south down the island, that you've got all the shop houses and all the businesses, but you look behind them and it's just vacant land.
Yeah.
So it is true that if you look from the satellite, people saying that Phuket is overdeveloped, it's just not true. We're probably only occupying 5 or 10% of the actual land.
Yeah, and I think with Laguna Park, I mean, 2,000 units when it's complete sounds like a daunting number. But in terms of our design and planning, which we do in-house, by the way, we always take into consideration the surrounding environment when we do that. So even within the project itself, there'll be significant tracts of open space which residents can enjoy, and that's more than double what the regulations require for developers.
Yeah. Let's have a talk about Laguna Park. What are the basics? We've got condos, we've got townhouses, we've got villas.
Yep. So the condos we haven't released yet. We'll release those later this year. But they will be 1-bedroom units.
Yes.
So they'll be ideal for, I guess, single people. They'll be overlooking the golf course, and they will be obviously very competitively priced when we release those.
That's a continuation of your Laguna Shores type of development?
No, Laguna Shores is a separate development where Laguna Shores is going to be managed effectively and run by a hotel brand at the end of the day. So Laguna Park is a residential, so that won't have any hotel sort of management program associated with it. I mean, we will offer a letting service for residential lets. So it is residential. So the condos, all 1-bedroom, ideal for, I guess, for single people, and then we go up to the townhomes, which are 3 up to 4-bedroom, and
they're spectacular.
Yeah.
I love the way in the presentation. They're nice and open, and they're airy, and they've got a nice neutral sort of interior decoration throughout. They're really tasteful.
Yeah, well, I mean, when we designed it, we've got our own in-house design teams that develop the plans. And again, in order to be able to offer an affordable pricing point, because Laguna's often seen as being expensive and exclusive, we've had to maximise the efficiency and the use of space. Yeah. And I guess that all started with Laguna Shores, where we had very small spaces, but optimised the use of space, and we've continued that. I guess that trend in respect of Laguna Park.
And tell us about the villas.
So the villas will be 4 to 5-bedroom, set over 3 levels, spacious living areas. So there'll be living areas on all 3 levels. And
we're sitting in one of the living areas now.
We're sitting on the first floor living area, which has the bedrooms off it. So that's a living area in addition to obviously the ground floor, which is the formal sort of living and dining area and so forth. And then we can go up to the top floor where there's a large rooftop terrace. And if buyers want, they can also convert part of that rooftop terrace to another living area or bedroom if they wish. And
that's an option they have also on the townhouses.
Correct.
Yeah, that's exciting. Let's go down to the bottom line. Let's talk about the general prices of the properties at Laguna Park.
Okay, so the townhomes that we've released today, they start at 6.7 million baht. So I think that's very competitively priced.
At Laguna for sure.
Yeah, and the villas start at 12.4. So again, I think once people come down and have a look, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised in terms of the space. And of course, we don't want to compromise on quality as well. So, we've made sure that we maintain sort of high standards of fittings and specifications. So, what you see in the villa, obviously the loose furniture is not included, but
you don't get this.
Yeah, sure. But literally, what you see is what you get. The fit out.
Okay, I'm going to buy a 5-bedroom villa. I'm going to get the option on the top floor. I'm going to get the best location. What's the upper end for the price of the villas?
I would say if you take the options of converting the top floor, enclosing that living space, and putting a pool on the rooftop as well, you'd be around about the 13 to 14 million baht mark, which I think is still very good value.
That's really good value, and we've had an opportunity today to see the quality, and it's a really nice, fresh, open sort of fit out. It's a great credit to your designers. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I've heard a bit of a rumour there are some also very exciting things coming up in the next couple of months, but we can't talk about them now. But we look forward to perhaps having a talk to you in the following months about some new announcements here at Laguna as well.
Yep. Well, we're very excited and we look forward to talking to you as well when we're ready to talk about them.
Thank you, Stuart, and congratulations on the announcement of the Laguna Park. Best wishes with it, and thank you for joining us on Phuket Property.
My pleasure, Tim. Thank you very much.
Stuart Reading there from Laguna Developments, and a lot happening here at Laguna, and that's Laguna Park, and we're sure to be talking more about the Laguna announcements in coming months. Thank you for joining us on Phuket Property on Phuket News TV.